Most people see rust, dents, and scrap metal, but inside of this shop, all they see is potential. Today we're stepping inside of JH Restorations, an award-winning auto shop, to see how classic machines get brought back to life. Stay tuned.
Good morning, guys. Today we are at JH Restoration and we're here with the owner of the shop, Jesse. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
And today we'll be going around the shop, seeing a lot of the cars that they're working on today, and we'll be interviewing a lot of people and getting a lot of good footage today. So I hope you guys stay tuned. Okay, so Jesse,
Yes.
were you always into cars, and what do you do at this shop?
Yeah, from a very young age, I was always interested in cars. It was a different time back then. You got out, you played, you went to explore garages in your neighbor's place. So I grew up in a subdivision in River Canard, and we had a service shop right around the corner of Marty Service Garage. And I spent many nights, many summers there prepping cars for racing and helping them do mechanical work on the cars that they were working on in the shop. So that's kind of where it got started, was with them. And then my dad also worked, he had a couple old hot rods in his garage that we would putz with. And then of course he worked at General Motors, so his friends needed stuff made. My dad had a sheet metal business. He ran residential heating and cooling company. And then, so because of that, he had all the equipment, the brakes, the shears, and everything to build the panels. So from a very young age, we were involved in it, yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay, so you always loved to do it. And did you start by like just fixing cars, or did you start by like restoring cars like you do?
Well, my dad, like I said, my dad had a hot rod. So he had a 35 Chevy and an old Firebird that he fixed up in the garage. So it was necessity then, as far as the Firebird goes, because it was his everyday car. But then when it got into, he had a 35 Chev that he was building. We were young kids. He was building it as a hobby just to keep himself busy in the garage. The racing side of it and the modification side came from Marty Service Garage, where we were fixing up race cars to go, thunder stock racing or cast car division racing. So it was a lot of necessity at the beginning, and then it turned into a hobby as the times changed and people had more disposable income. They were coming to my dad and I'd have parts made, and my brother Jordan helped out, and just kind of led from there.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so it's from the young age of you and your dad and your brother just helping and fixing your cars. And so at what age did you realize, like, this is what I want to do with my life?
That one I kind of fell into, because I was actually in high school gearing myself to go into nursing or engineering. And then when I graduated high school, I went through college and into engineering and was working in the trade as an engineer. And then I was working for a company locally, and they were downsizing, and it was like time for a change for me in life. So I was actually going back to school for nursing. I was finishing on in that path. And my dad and I rented a shop. We originally we were going to sell parts and do a little bit of service on the vehicles. At the very beginning, it was slow going for selling parts, because there's a lot to be invested to get the parts, to get them across the border. There was a lot of competition between Windsor and Detroit, because everybody goes across to buy stuff in Detroit. So that's, the parts business was good, but it slowly led into, like, the winter's coming. It's kind of quiet. What are we going to do? So we opened up the shop for storage. Well, we ended up storing cars, and then while the cars were there, it's like, can you work on them? So it was something we were always interested in. Did we think it would turn into this at the beginning? No. Within a couple years of working on the cars, that's when the passion grew. It wasn't like day one, this is what I want to do the rest of my life. It was, at the very beginning, was to bridge a gap so that I could go to school. Where, like I said, a couple years into it, school kind of fell by the wayside. We're getting busy here building cars, and that's when life took off as far as building cars. So that there was always the passion, but then the direction in life changed, like earlier on in the company.
So like before, like you never had a thought of owning your own business. How was the road to that difficult, of like starting up your own business, buying everything, getting everything settled and organized?
Well, it was a little bit daunting, because like I said, or you mentioned it, I never really intended to have a business when I was younger. I followed my dad. Like, he was a great example. He was a hard worker. He worked 7 days a week at GM at midnights, and he'd come home and bang on sheet metal with us. And we, on Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays, we'd go install heating and cooling in people's houses. So it taught you a work ethic. So the scary part about working for yourself, it was already ingrained in me. Building a business, and the highs and lows, and the, oh my gosh, there's no money coming in, or oh my gosh, we're overwhelmed, we're too busy, that grew on me. But in the early days, I didn't give much thought, honestly. It was just, I loved doing it, and I loved helping people, and I liked the cars, so it wasn't daunting to me in that respect, because I already had the good work ethic and the good background. And then all through that time, I had my dad, my brother, and other older men that I could look up as role models. We just built the company together. So I was never alone. I didn't have that feeling of feast or famine all on my own. I was always with a group of people. And when you're in it every day, you don't always worry about it. You just do it because it's your life, it's your job, and your passions. It went over really well.
Where do you get these ideas from to like restore your cars?
Some of it comes from the client that's building the car. Like somebody wants a Lincoln. We've got a bone stock Lincoln here, and we've got you guys can't see it, but there's an air ride Lincoln next to us. So a lot of that's driven by what the customer wants, but it's also what's going on in the industry. And then a big part of it is our clients trust us to use our judgment. So we get to be really creative. We stay within the window, and we're trying to be responsible with the money and the time, but we get to be creative. We get to be an artist and create something from nothing. So it's a big mix. It's the individual person doing the work. So like in the fab side, guys are hammering here with the metal, but with the guys in the fab shop, they have their own spin. Everybody has their own way of making a panel that adds to the car. We try to give the guys doing the work a say in how the work gets done.
For the youth and the younger generation, if you would give them one piece of advice, what would that be?
Find your passion, find what you're good at and make it work for you however you want. So if it's cars, like I said earlier, but you don't want to get greasy, find a way that you can make yourself beneficial to a company. Whether it's, through social media, through understanding AI, being smarter than the older guys that are working on cars. Like if you can come into a shop and say, listen, I can figure out the wiring, or I know the technology that goes into that car, you can be a benefit. Like you can sit at a desk and do computer work, or you can do design work, or you can do social media and marketing, or you can run a car show. There's a lot of different things you can do if you want to get involved in the automotive industry. But the biggest thing is just be passionate about what you're doing. Try not to give up on what you want to do. It's hard. It really is hard. You watch kids grow up and, they meet a girl or they meet a boy, and that's all of a sudden that comes their life, and they stop playing soccer and they stop ice skating or, hanging out with their parents. Make sure you keep that passion. That's the only way you're going to be happy in life. So.
Okay. Thank you, Jesse.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, now we are here with Jordan Moore. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
So, Mr. Moore, what is your role here at Jay's Restorations?
Here I am a fabricator, designer.
You enjoy the process of restoring cars?
Oh yeah, I actually love it. It's pretty cool. It's cool to see a car go from something like this thing right here, where it's like just a shell of a car, and even stuff like that where like half the car is gone, and just seeing it go from something like this to something like, I don't know if you've seen the Mustang out there, but that's a pretty sweet car, and just to see the transformation through it all, it's the coolest part.
And so what car are you working on right now?
I'm working on a 65 Impala.
65 Impala.
Yeah, 65 Chevy Impala.
And so right now, the Impala, it currently looks like nothing, it's just it doesn't really have a front body. A lot of the body's
Firewall
missing.
and
Firewall and all that. So what are your plans with this car?
So first off, this car was a lot more of nothing when it came in. Yeah, so this car started off as a drag car. So this car had a roll cage in it. It had like the floors and everything. It had the rear firewall, basically the firewall for like the fuel cell in the rear. So like all that drag stuff, it was a drag car. So, everything was super simple, no interior. Everything was just super basic in the car. And the customer decided he wanted to turn it back to stock and like a road car, a cruiser car, something you can have fun on the weekends on and kind of drive around in. Yeah, so we replaced the floors, we replaced the whole package tray area, which is that guy right there, the rear seat bracing. Right now, we're currently working on taking out the firewall. So the firewall's out, sorry. And then we had a donor car that was, I forget what sort of donor car it was, but it was a super similar car. It wasn't a 65 Impala, but a lot of the bodies back in the day were basically the same. So you can take the firewall from I forget the car it was, but you can take a firewall from one Chevy car and basically slap it onto the other. So it's really cool in that way. So this is the firewall that we're going to be replacing it with, because it was like the firewall was flat, basically. It was, what do you call it, shaved. And yeah, just for that like drag car look.
Is it difficult to work on cars that old?
Yeah, especially when they come from around here, because like we're in the Rust Belt, man, you know. Yeah. So like everything that comes through the store is basically like the floors are rotted out, the firewalls rotted out, quarter panels are rotted out, like the lower cowls rotted out. Like, you know, on this guy, you can see there's a whole lot of Bondo in there, and like.
So how long do you think it will be until this car is completely finished?
Oh, I'm not sure. It really depends, because some cars can take like 2-3 years, just based on like, because we have so many cars that we're working on at a time. Like if you go in the body shop, they're constantly working on cars, constantly going through and painting and, you know, body working cars, and it's a really cool process to see. But I don't know, for this car, I'm really not sure. Probably 2-3 years is my guess.
And so is this a customer's car?
Yes, it's a customer's car.
And does he know that it could possibly take up to 2 to 3 years, the customer?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now I'm here with
Ian.
Ian, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
So what is your job here at JH Restoration?
I manage the fabrication shop, basically do all the metal work, kind of manage the projects, what goes, what, when, where, and how, and kind of help the guys out and try to make their job as easy as possible.
Okay. And so what's your project that you're working on right now?
I kind of bounce around between a lot of stuff because I end up kind of having to work on a little bit of everything with the guys. The major one we're working on right now is this Capri up on the hoist. It's 70, oh no, I should know that, but I don't remember. Late 70s.
Late 70s.
Capri, and so we're doing it originally came with a V6. This is like a European Ford product that they kind of brought over to the US to try to sell. Wasn't super successful, but they're cool cars nonetheless. So we're putting it came with a V6 in it originally and leaf springs in the back. We're currently in the process of mounting a small block Ford V8 in the front of it. We've 3D scanned the whole underside of this car. And then Tim, our kind of engineering guy, and Jordan, one of the other guys, have kind of worked through doing all of the geometry and stuff, making sure it all works, articulates the way it needs to, and kind of fits in the car, and then solving all the problems that come with doing that.
Yeah.
You know, you solve one and it makes 2 more problems generally on a lot of this stuff. So that's kind of the main thing right now.
Okay, now, what is this car here you have?
So this is actually a very similar car to this one. It's also a Lincoln Continental. This one's been in here for quite a while. Actually, that one's very much a stock kind of driver car that the customers just like to cruise around in and, you know, use it more like a car. This one is one of our kind of more off the wall wild builds. So obviously this car is on full air suspension, so you can see it's kind of slammed on the ground right now. It's got a new 5-liter Coyote crate motor, kind of out of the newer generation Mustangs. I think this came out of like 2018, 2019 Mustang. And then it has a Edelbrock supercharger kit on it. Some other things done to the motor, but nothing too, I mean, I say too crazy, but it's, you know, still a 750, 800 horsepower
Yeah.
giant Lincoln. So take that with a grain of salt. And then, yeah, there's just all of the packaging issues that come with trying to put that motor in the car. Those have all been solved. So it's basically done mechanically, more or less. These are 3D scans that they did of the interior of the car to start working on designing a center console that's going to go all the way through the length of the car. So they're in the process of designing that center console so we can manufacture it and get it in the car. And that's one of the last things that this car gets done before it goes off to paint. So, but,
Thank you, Ian.
yeah, no worries.
Thanks for having me.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, guys, now I'm here with
Tyler Colley.
Tyler Colley. And what is your role here at JH Restoration?
I guess just restoration technician is a general term you could use. I got to take it apart, catalog all the parts, figure out what needs to be replaced, source out those parts, keep everything organized. All my shelves upstairs all have parts basically ready to go for when a car gets back from the paint shop, like this one just did.
What kind of car are you working on right now?
This is a 70 Superbird, a real Superbird, that had a pretty good restoration done years ago, but the owner wanted it to be as perfect as possible. Even using words like concourse for the quality that he wanted, and also wanted to get a lot more performance out of it. So this car, which was numbers matching, like everything was original and as it was from the factory. Now we've put a lot of performance parts on it, so the braking is updated, the suspension is updated, the wiring is updated, the motor and transmission is all updated. So yeah, this is a pretty big build. The only thing we're not doing right now is the exterior paint. Aside from that, everything is going to be new and top quality. Underside of the car has already been completely painted and body worked. The trunk, the interior, the engine bay, everything in the interior is new. Dash panels are all new, carpet, seat upholstery, dash pad, everything is going to be brand new in this car.
So guys, now we are here with
Jordan Enke.
And you're also Jesse's brother.
I am Jesse's brother, yeah.
So you helped start this shop.
That's right, yeah.
And what is your role in this shop?
I'm co-owner of the shop, but I'm out back helping Kevin do all the mechanical work and get stuff rolling back here. So oversee a lot of the projects.
Okay. And so what are you working on currently?
Currently, it's a 72 Bronco customer brought in, and we're trying to update the brakes on it because brakes on it aren't working too well for them. So we're going to go through and redo all the brakes on it and see if we can't make it stop better for them.
Okay. And what's your most like your day-to-day thing in this shop?
There is not one day-to-day thing that I have to do with it. Sometimes I'm doing CAD drawing, sometimes I'm back here working on this stuff, helping everybody get the jobs done around the shop.
Are you almost finished with that?
We're just getting started. I'm basically just putting it together so that I can look for visually to see if there's going to be any clearance problems. Then I'm going to start taking this apart and start working on it.
Okay. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around this amazing video we had today with JH Restoration. We got a lot of good footage today. And also, I will be releasing the full video with the owner of the shop, Jesse Hank, very soon. If you want to see that, it is about a 40-minute video. If you would like to see that, that will be released soon. And we're going to come out with a lot more videos soon, guys. So stay tuned.